All right, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, and those in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Um, just coming back with a quick lesson on just warning you brothers and sisters out there, mainly you brothers, that's part of these camps, that you won't have people that's going to try to infiltrate and do things that seemingly inconvenient or inconvenient in this ministry, because like Yahweh Shai said through Paul, he said, look, in this time grievous wolves should enter among you to scatter the flock. So I've been noticing a couple of things, man, as far as with men and women in this truth. And we're just living in some very, very volatile times, and the time now to slip up. You got to be careful. You got to cross all your T's, dot every I. You got to look around every dark corner. You have to be on high alert, man. Okay. When I'm saying high alert, I'm not talking about you got to be some bug out, sitting back, eyes open, biting your fingernails all day. No, I'm talking about being diligent, paying attention, taking heed, because this is a situation that was brought to my attention yesterday. One of my guys in my camp, um, basically this elderly woman, well, that's what she says. She was on the brother's comment board, and she was asking him questions about, I guess, what can she do to get in the kingdom and do things the right way, and how can she teach the younger women, and how can she be a wife of a man of the Lord. And from what I got, he told me the lady was like in her 50s. So my thing is this: I notice a lot of things about you women. A lot of you are trying to come back around. A lot of you are trying to now get right at the last minute because you see this thing coming to pass. But I'm gonna tell you like this: if you trying to get right for all the wrong reasons, then hey, the Most High ain't dealing with that shit. Because you gonna have motherfuckers, man, that's gonna sit back and play the proverbial cop carousel and the demonic role among you jakes too, you guys. You gonna sit here and you gonna try to ride this gravy ship until you see the iceberg coming, and then you gonna want to jump right. But the Lord said He ain't gonna hear your prayers in that day because you playing games. Okay, if you women sincerely are trying to get right, you need to get right for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, so He can bestow you a man of the Lord. Okay, you don't just come in this thing and say, "Oh, I'm gonna change," without any type of genuine aspect of it, because you're not gonna change, because you're gonna learn to despise the changes you've made. Okay, so she was saying like, oh, and I read some of the comments, man, and she was like, well, what do I do? What do I do? And the brother was kind of breaking it down to her, but when I looked at the comment back of my mind, I'm like, wait a minute, why are you asking this now? Like, you 50 plus years old, you may be older than that, I don't know. You 50 plus years old, and now you want to know how to teach the women. Like, my thing is, if you wasn't instructed on how to teach women, then you're not gonna teach a woman how to do the right thing. That's why the scriptures say that the older women that's grounded in this understanding is the ones that lead these younger women. Because you can't just be like, okay, well, I believe the truth. I fucked off 40 years of my life. I believe the truth now. I'm 55 years old. Now all of a sudden I want to teach the young woman. How can you teach a young woman a goddamn thing when you don't know shit? And doing everything you can to try to get in the good grace of the Most High. So she said, is there a way I can send tights or arms and stuff like that? Like, do you have a way, email? So brother, he did the right thing. He contacted me because, I'm the head of the camp. He contacted me. And then he said, hey brother, this such X, Y, and Z is asking a way on how to get in contact with us so she can send us donations and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, let me see the message. So I was like, hey, give her this email, tell her to email account page and stuff like that, and I would talk to her, I'll deal with it, because my thing is, send the shit to the apostles too, send it to the apostles, whatever the Spirit is on you to do. So, um, yeah, he did that, and then, he gave her the information, and then she emailed me early this morning, okay? Now, remember, this is supposed to be an elderly lady, but I don't know who this can be. This could be somebody playing games. I don't know. You don't know who's behind the email account. So you always be circumspect. So, hey, con to the brother that did the right thing, because some, jakes probably would have just took it upon themselves to just take it upon themselves to just make that move. And the scriptures say, let all things be done decently and in order. Okay, so he came to me, and I'm like, I'll handle it, especially if it's for the camp. is something that needs to come to the heads now. If she was like, well, I want to be with you, I like you, whatever, that's your own personal thing. But even then, being circumspect, because you just don't know who's behind the email. And we ain't on that anyway. But so she emailed me this morning and she like shalom, not the shalom or shalom. She did the shalom with the SHALOWAN. So I'm like, okay. Right there shows me right there that this woman is mixing all different types of Israelite doctrine. She's jumping this, and she probably came across GMS and found the truth. Okay, beautiful. But you got to understand too that a person that's stuck in their ways, they're not gonna come up out of that, especially if they up in age. So she said shalom. No, I said shalom. No. Yeah, she said shalom. First thing she said was, "Hey, what's your address so I can? What's a perfect postal?" She said, "What is your correct postal address so I can send you this stuff?" And from what I've known, she's in the UK. So my thing is, wait a minute, how the hell you gonna send us money through mail when you're in the UK unless you're gonna do like a flyer? I mean, you can do a wire transfer. But I'm like, with all due respect, Shalom, we don't know you personally, so if you got a PayPal or something like that, because my thing is, if I gave her my PayPal, then I was gonna give her our address and give her the address to the apostles too, so she can, possibly hit them off or something. Because if anything, go hit them off, man. We don't really, we appreciate it, but we gotta help her. The more, I mean, we can always have more, but it's not important. So, I said, well, with all due respect, we don't really just give our personal addresses out, because I'm like, I don't have a PO box, and she like, what she say? I said, so, I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. And I really wasn't. I didn't come at her rude. I said, shalom, Yahweh Shem Shah Barakatah. I said, well, I don't have a PO box, and we don't just give our personal information out online. Like, no, that's not circumspect. And she got offended at that in a way. She said, so what do you mean? You telling me I can't send money, or what are you saying? I just want to wait because the Most High knows my heart. I said, you have PayPal? She said, no, I don't. But it only takes 2 seconds to set up a PayPal. Why you need my address? And then she asked, well, I can call you. Like, do you have a number type? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, no, I'm not giving you my number. So then she like, well, just forget it. So right there shows me that this woman was never coming in the right spirit. Now, whoever this is, it could be an agent. I don't know. But the fact about it is, I said respectfully, we do not give out addresses online, okay? I don't want you popping up at my house or any brother's house. Second of all, we don't need a fucking hit squad outside our door. Third of all, we don't know you. Fourth of all, I've gave you the opportunity, and also I've provided you with a means of, doing this the right way. Well, she's like, I know, Lord knows I need to pay alms. Okay, then I'm telling you how to do it. I just said download a PayPal and just send it that way. You want to get offended because I said I'm not giving you my telephone number, nor am I giving you my address. I don't know you. I never talked to you. Okay, this is not personal. We just not dealing with that. All right, so brothers, be careful, man, because these demons are gonna come from every rock under hell. Okay, when I say hell, I'm talking about just a metaphorical sense, no such thing. But anyway, I'm gonna start here. This is the book of 1 Timothy 5:2. It says, the elder women as mothers, the younger as sisters with all purity. It says, honor widows that are widows indeed. A widow is a woman that can be basically departed from her husband if he's dead. Okay, you had some women in the Bible that when their husbands died, I believe it was Susanna, if I'm not mistaken, when their husbands died, they had so much honor and reverence for the men they were with, they didn't bother to remarry. And that's okay. You don't have to. You can keep hold of your husband, if he's dead in the spirit world, and you don't have to remarry. That's an honorable thing. You got some women in the world that's actually like that. I know of an instance of a particular woman, her husband died and she never remarried. Now, if she ever had sex with another man, I don't know. Possibly, who knows? But the fact that she never remarried, which marriage is sex. But the point I'm making in this is, if you're a woman in this faith and you're up in age, the last thing, you don't, I'm sorry to say, but if you're a 50-year-old woman, 50, no men in their 30s is going to want to deal for real. You at the page, there's no disrespect to you elderly sisters out there, because, obviously, y'all know y'all place. But I mean, you in menopause, you have mood swings, you have hot flashes. Can't no man really do nothing with you, man, for real, okay? And the point of man having a woman outside of pleasure, I mean, it's for pleasure, but also to bear children with her too. But in this society, that's not the wise thing to do. So I don't know what her intention was. I don't know if she's trying to forcibly find a man, because like I said, she was asking brothers the questions about, you know, being with a husband and all this other shit. But I'm like, if you up in age, you shouldn't be even worried about, your mind shouldn't even be focused on a man right now. That's how I know that your mind is misguided. It's not well instructed, you know, because my thing is, if you 50 hitting on 60, the first thing you can be doing, if you have no other ways of doing this, the ministry, you can pray to the Most High and watch the videos and believe and try to follow the commandments the best way you can and help out when you can. Simple, man. Unless you got an older brother that want to take a chance on you, and it just depends on how you look too. Which I'm not trying to be shallow with it, but it's very seldom that a young man in his faith would take on a woman that's 30 years older than him. It just don't make sense, you know. So, you know, I see her thing of wanting to help, but the spirit she came in was not of the spirit of the Most High. That's how I know it wasn't right. So she said, never mind, forget it. You know, I'm like, okay, fucking forget it. You get out of my email, you know, because like I said, I'm not giving you my phone number. I don't know you, and you in a different country. What the fuck you want my address for? Then she gonna say, I didn't say personal addresses. I said, I don't have a P.O. box. You're asking the proper postal code. So what is that saying? You want a personal address. Okay, now if you want to deliver something to FedEx, then that's your, go ahead. But you're not getting our information, man, you know, period. If you don't like it, then no well. You know, you got brothers in the UK. You can go up there and you can find a camp and you can bless them with your presence or whatever, man. You can give them what they need. Why the fuck you over here in Kansas City for and you in the UK? Don't make sense to me, man. I just show you how these agents or whoever they are, which I'm not saying that, but obviously she's not in the right spirit. And we ain't dealing with that shit. All right, we don't need your money or your tights or your offering. We good over here. But anyway, it says here, but if any widows have children or nephews, let them learn first to show pity at home. Okay, so this is what you should be doing. That's if you're widowed. I don't know your situation. I didn't ask. It says, and to requite of their parents, for that is good and acceptable before the Most High. But now she that is widowed indeed and desolate, trusted in the Most High, okay? If you widowed, you ain't got no husband, you know, just you to yourself or whatever, then hey, watch the videos, pray, fast, and try to keep the commandments to the best of your ability. All right? You young women out there, it's recommended that you try to marry, but shit, most of y'all ain't gonna want to marry because y'all don't want to be tied down by no man. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Most of you women that claim to be Israelites or in the faith, you have a feminist mindset. All right, you haven't put off this westernly worldly thinking. You haven't, and I see it all the time. One chick, I don't know her, but I'll sit back and I'll be seeing shit they be posting on these channels, man. I'm like, man, these women are demons. You know, you talking about, oh, well, I hope the Lord save me from the missiles, but yeah, you sit up here all posting up selfies and all this other crazy shit and videos of yourself being a whore 7 years. Like, come on, man. But you talking about you in the truth, not a head wrap, not a modest apparel, your cleavage is showing, but you talking about you want to be delivered from the missiles. You out your damn mind. Like, I don't understand you people. You people think this is just a damn show, a freak show. You see a brother you like the way he speak, you may like the way he bring out the word, and all of a sudden you trying to get with that man for the wrong reasons. A lot of you getting ready to be rejected. But it says here, and continued in supplications and prayers night and day, okay? Supplications, man, offerings to the Most High, praying and fasting, you know, watching the videos, you know. Yeah, like, I don't know, she was asking me, do I know the address to the Most High? Like, I was supposed to send me the money and then whatever it is, the frankincense and sending it to the rocket and give it to the Most High. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Honestly, honey, I don't know how I can do that. You know, if you asking me for the Lord's address, I have no clue. All right, you got to ask the Most High. He probably give you an address and a zip code and you fly that shit up there because I can't help you with that. I'm sorry. All right, but it says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. That's a lot of you. But it says, and these things give in charge that they may be blameless. Okay, because there's a lot of you sisters out here that ain't right. Prime example, you can tell when these women are watching these other Israelite videos, man. Shalom, Yahuda, the Ruach. What the hell is the Ruach? You Ruach Ba Shem Kodesh. Like what the hell is that? The Ruach. Man, you people, man. You people are all over the place. You know. But anyway, it says here, and all these things given charge that they may be blameless. But if any provide not for its own, especially those of us, that's a different question. But it says, let not a widow be taken into the number under 60 years old. Okay, that's 60, having been the wife of one man. Okay, so technically, you women that's under 60 years old, man, I mean, you should be married. You should have a man. But in this society, most black women don't settle down until they're about 50. After they done ran a cock carousel, nobody wants to deal with them. They used up. So, hey, that's between you and the Most High, man. I mean, you say you wanted to send alms and stuff. I gave you the opportunity. I was going to give you our PayPal address and the Apostles' PayPal address if you came in the right spirit. But you did not come in the right spirit. So, therefore, the spirit rejected you. And really, you shot yourself out the box. You got offended when nobody was being rude. You know, well, she's like, well, the other brother was nice and kind. Please be helpful. Like who are you talking to like that? Motherfucker, I am being helpful to you. I'm giving you an opportunity to get your ass out of hot water by trying to help the ministry. And you just fucked that up. Ungrateful niggas, man. Just ungrateful. You know. But it says here, well reported of good works, if she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have relieved the afflicted, and if she have diligently followed every good work. But the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax one time against the anointed, they will marry. Okay, for all you women out there that say, the Lord is my husband, and then you see a nice looking man, all of a sudden you want to hop on that ride. All you women that say, Jesus is my husband. All right. But it says here, having damnation because they have cast off their first faith. Their first faith was in Yahushua, who you supposed to have been serving. For all you women out there that say, well, I ain't going to never deal with another man if my husband put me away or if he died. All right, then, well, you better get your relationship right with Yahushua and keep them commandments. But by you being a young woman, you're going to be hot because of them hormones. I mean, that's just what it is. Ain't going to be too many women in America that's single for too long. I mean, it just don't happen. She may lie about it. She may go pop another dude and come back to you and act like it didn't happen. But come on, man. You know these young women, they hot. You know, I mean, you got women that's in their mid-30s, they still freaking like rabbits, man. That's just our people. Our people are lively like that. You know, that's what they like. Especially in the times we coming in, it's a lot of stress in the air. But it says, and withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house. Okay, and that's camp to camp, jumping camp to camp, brother to brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sure she probably sent the message to another brother saying the same thing. But out of all the people, you come to us. Which I know everything is through the spirit because, you know, YouTube is very universal. I mean, you could talk to a person in Romania some goddamn where, you know. But like I said, I don't know if that's an Asian or not. Just you brothers got to be careful out there. And not only idle, but tattlers and also busybodies speaking things which they ought not. And a lot of you do that. Oh, man, that brother in Kansas City, man, he told me he can't give me his address because, man, he ain't know me. You know, then throwing a bad name on the camp. When we just protecting ourselves, we just being circumspect, you know, which circumspect really means to look around. If you look at circum, it means circumference, which is around. So, you know, we're looking around and we're peeping out anything that we can possibly find that's not right in the spirit. And the Lord called that out because when the brother told me and I was reading the messages, back in my mind, I said, this woman ain't right, man. I was just reading, I'm like, yeah, this woman ain't right. She's something's off, you know. It could be an agent too. You know, who knows? And that's going to be my next lesson, too. I wanted to divide it up to two. But anyway, it says here, I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully for you young women out there. But most of you don't want to be tied down by one man. You know, that's why when the bro from SC did that lesson, you know, brothers did counter videos to it because, you know, we knew that video was going to put a lot of you in the wrong spirit and put a stumbling block before you, which was beautiful because that weeded out all you people that was playing games. Well, you telling me I ain't got to really get with man. I ain't got to give a man my life right now. I could wait on the Lord. No, brother was not saying that. If you're able, you better get your man in the Lord. And that day you're going to try to find us anyway. I mean, that Isaiah 4:1, that shit is finna, that shit is finna come heavy. That's why these women are bugging out like this, man. Women are bugging out because they're trying to solidify their position in your life, but the way they're doing it, they're destroying themselves, man. Because in order to be qualified to be on the Men of the Lord team, you got to be on your best behavior. You can't be dictating to someone what the fuck you want to do. Or, oh, nigga, you don't like me, then fine. Nah, bro, you just, nigga, you just got kicked off the team. Whatever y'all do, y'all women that deal with brothers, everything you do should be a way of trying to solidify your position to get up out of here. We throwing shit in his face. Oh, I did this for you. You know, you're doing that because you're trying to get the fuck out of here, trying to get saved. And we like these rebellious women out here, you know, that feel like they owed something because they're in your life, or because for the simple fact, you know, they feel entitled. Like, how can you be entitled when you've had multiple rods and your value is trash? So you should be on your best behavior, being happy that a man took a chance on you, and you need to have that humility. And we ain't saying that to break you down, but it's just a painful reality that you women really need to see. That nobody have to take a chance on you, you know. But that happens in the Western society because males are looked at as less than nothing. So when you tell a woman that, in her mindset, she's like, "You nigga, you ain't shit. You ought to be happy I'm in your life." And when she realizes she realizes you're the prize and she's not. Very humility pill. That's a humble pill for you. But anyway, let's go down here. Yep, so I made the point. Let me get another precept here. Let me find. All right, so this is 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, "This also, that in the last days perilous times should come." Perilous goes into dangerous. Okay? It says, "For men should be lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents." Okay? Brothers have spiritual kids in this thing. Brothers are spiritual parents in this thing. The apostles, they're spiritual parents. Paul was a spiritual parent to, I believe it was Timothy, if I'm not mistaken. Or, yeah, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot. Not Titus, I think it was Timothy. Salakia, if I'm off. But it says, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. I was very unthankful, unholy what that woman did. And like I said, I don't know her. It could be a scoffer for all I know. But the fact that you took that as a rejection when I basically laid out clear instruction on what you're supposed to do, but you're claiming to be a woman that wants to serve the Most High, that proves right there you have no respect for men, because I told you what to do and you bucked up against it. I mean, you ain't right, man. You know, then you're going to say, forget it. Only thing you had to do was download a PayPal or a Cash App or whatever, or not even a Cash App, a Cash App or whatever, something. You know, if I had a P.O. box, but then again, like if you in a different country, I'm trying to think how you gonna. I mean, I believe they do international shipping from the UK. I believe they do, but in these times when this whole sea is out here and they're tripping, like you can't even order a pair of shoes from Canada right now. They won't ship to the United States. Okay, so I don't know. But it says here, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded. That's a big one. A lot of you jakes are high-minded, man. You on your high horse. Can't nobody tell you nothing. High-minded. Okay. It says, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Okay. And a lot of you are being revealed. You know, and I would go to the email, but it's not that important. Basically, first thing the woman asks, what's your address? What? I don't know you. Give me some history about yourself. Where you from? Who are you? What's your name? Where you were? You know, give me a little history, a breakdown or something, you know, so I can feel comfortable with even possibly giving you that information. We got to build up a rapport. You just don't email say, well, let me send you some money. Which she had a rapport with the brother. But, you know, we went through the proper channels. But the fact the way she came at me, it was kind of left, you know, and I guess she got offended, but who gives a shit? You ain't right, you know. And brothers, be careful, man. These people that hit your comment board up, like I said, you never know who they are. This is a dangerous thing, man. Like I said, she could have got an address and it been a fucking hit squad outside our goddamn door, you know. And some things are just done in the spirit, you know. But anyway, so turn away. But anyway, with that, all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Shai. And with that, shalom and a ball.